Yeah, hi. You see, because I don't do this in order, and I am a little out of order, and one day I will put it on paper if somebody is interested to talk it all out. I hope I can remember all this. That's why I'm doing the videos. And my last two, I think my last or two were knocked off, and I spent a half an hour on them and writing and explaining. And because I don't put it down straight, I tell a different story each time, and they're all the same story, but the road I take to make the story is completely different. What I wanted to say is, the Jewish people know that when someone dies, you spend 7 days in mourning. Okay, so this is how it works for the Jews that don't understand. And I'll just show them how it works, okay? Okay. September 11th came, right? Everybody was dead. So we spent 7 days of mourning to the Sabbath of this year, when we blew the horn to close the skies on the 18th, okay? Up to 3 more days, and the 3 days is 1 day for man, 1 day for God, and 1 day for the Spirit. But man you will call the Spirit, and God you will call God, and the angel you will call angel. So 1 for each from the 18th of the end of the Sabbath makes it 21, and that's a time of perfect time. And now from 21 to the time of the perfect man born is 13, and that's lucky. Lucky number 13. The reason for the 13 cards on how we worked up and how we brought this man from the September 11th, we rested for the 7 days before it came the 18th, that we sat in shul and fasted, that we spent the time, and 3 days later, which is today, which should be the perfect man's birthday, okay, so you add the 3 to the 18, and 1 day is for the angel, 1 is for the God, 1 is for the Spirit. 13 is for the perfect man, 6 and 7 is 13, each God and man, so they add them together, they come to 13, which is very good. Now you have to ask yourself the real question. In order to get the ball rolling, you need a little bit of a push. And here, to push something, you need a little gas. So why don't we do it properly? You see, you got someone who OD'd, who did angel of some sort of dust, and everybody pirated, or that was the Spirit. Look at the gas you got. God, angel, and Spirit. Gas. The strength of everything. No wonder man was on the right path to get the oil of gold, because the oil and gold was the golden age of time that's coming upon us now. You now know that the gas is the I God of the earth, of the Spirit or Esprit. Sometimes we can use the M as the initial for man, and sometimes we can use it as the connection between the Spirit. You see, the Spirit has one connection, but the pure Spirit, or the close enough Spirit to pick up all connections, because the arms are spreading out, so even if you miss, let me show you how it works with the K, okay? You see, even if you miss with the M, the K catches you anyways, so the communication is never broken, and that's why MK is so religious, because it's very important that you don't break the connection with the angel and God from where we came, otherwise the fingertips of what they are all cut off and we have no fingers. So if the angel has no fingers, he can't do shit, he don't need us no more. And the fingers for him are our brains, and what we do with our brains, we will work into our fingers on the earth as we work the earth with our hands. H-A-N-D, heaven of the angel, of the N is the communication of the man, the D which the man is born and turns around and goes back up, hand, because you are hand E, and the hand D means you can do more than one thing, therefore the D and the Y goes in 2 ways. You get to the end of one road, you do one thing, you come back, you go to the other road, you do something else. You are hand D, the reason for your hands. And for tonight, it's 10:43. I know one thing, at 11:11, I'll be back. I'm going to think about what I want to say at 11:11 when everything is equal. When it's all equal, it's going to be hard to tell the truth. And you must win when it's equal, because if you lose when it's equal, it's over and it's no longer equal, and then you've got to fight for it to be equal. But sometimes the fight's over as the time is run out, as the 9 rounds are over, as the 9th inning is over, as the 90 minutes are finished, as the 60 minutes are finished, as 60 minutes of played, as the 15 minutes of commercial, as the quarter of your life, as the time you sleep in bed, and how much time should you sleep? How do you know the number? You got to calculate the reasons. If you calculate all the reasons, you get all the right answers, all the right numbers. All the right numbers will give you all the right answers, because numbers equal answers. And that's why we have math, mathematics, math, man, angel, time, and heaven. Angel again. At the mat is the earth of the standing stool of the of the angel again of time. Ticks. The eye see, what the eye sees is what the man thinks. But that's not what it's all about, because he calculates all wrong by what he sees. So you better start thinking better. And that's why we have mathematics. So all the mathematic teachers, I know about you too, because you taught the word I know to people. So I have to know the word you learned. So therefore, I know you. So therefore, I have a friend if you want to come talk to me. And I want to talk to anybody who wants to talk to me nicely. Because in your bed, you sleep quietly. Nice. Or it's like a nick, and you want no one to nick you. When you shave, you don't want to cut yourself. So it's nicely, and if you separate it, you're nicked. And nick is good. When it's in the nick of time, time is good. When it's in the nick, because you made up for it, you made up for the time you lost properly, so it had more value, so you had more time to do something else. You bought time by buying your friends. We buy a lot of things on earth by doing the things right, but be happy and be true. 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 Something you bury somebody in, a hole in French, and true. What is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Because it is so deep, le true, that we don't know the screw that turns us so much it put all the sand out and made a big hole because he tried to screw somebody digging the hole, so he F them in the has, because that's a way of communication, the F. And that's the use of the F word with the U-C-K. Do you see it okay? F, communication part. So a communication part and an F is a bad word hitting in the part that makes most communication down there. Now that hurts. You know what I'm trying to say? The F word, if you use the letters properly, the F word has a different meaning. What does it mean to you?